It's funny. I'm sitting here alone in the house right now, and I'm just reflecting on the fact that today we're celebrating 26 years in business and what the past 26 years has looked like. How I got that first little wax kit that I bought online, and I made a candle on my kitchen stove, and I was immediately hooked. And everything that's happened in between that day and now, and how this business is so a part of my life, and everything about who I am, and how that day changed the entire direction of my life. There's so many things that have happened. We were on TV once. We were in Redbook magazine. We shipped candles to Miley Cyrus. We've met customers that have come from as far as Canada. We've had good times and bad times. We've had ups and downs, ebbs and flows. That's just the nature of any business, really. My kids grown up with this, that's all they know. That's all they know is mom making candles, and then them getting in on it, making candles. And it's allowed us so much as a family to be able to work together. I love it so much, and I'm so thankful and so grateful. I remember when I started the business, Matt and I were a young couple, and we were struggling. He was working, pouring concrete, and if you're in the construction business, you're chasing money all the time. And I started making candles and buying supplies, and I wasn't, making any money at that time. And I remember one day I just started crying, thinking, what am I doing? I'm spending all this money and no money's coming in. And Matt told me, don't give up. You're going to be good at this. Don't give up. And honestly, the stubborn streak in me is probably what kept me going for as long, or especially in the beginning through those tough times. I was too stubborn to give up. I was making those candles in my kitchen, and the kids would come home from school and everything would taste like scent. They'd make a sandwich and it tastes like scent. And then Matt built me the little shop behind our house. It was just a little shop. He poured his heart into that thing, building that little shop. And I loved it so much. I had a place to go and put everything and to go out and work in, and it was right in my backyard. It had a little window unit, but it didn't have any heat in it. And I'd go out there in the mornings with my hat on and my gloves with my fingers cut out, and I'd make candles out there. And I'd be out there before the sun came up, and neighbors would be driving by going to work, and they'd tell me, I saw you out there. I could smell it. I'd scent up the whole neighborhood making candles out in that little shop. That's where Candles by Victoria really started to take off. And then I decided I wanted to open a storefront, and I wanted to be closer to my mom. So I moved up here to East Texas, and I opened up a little storefront. And I had that for a little while, and that place was super expensive. And I put a lot of money into it, but I had the house and the building. I remember the first electric bill came in. It was like $1,200. I about had a heart attack. And I was fixing to lose everything. That was in 2007, I think. And I had to make a change. And so my mom called me one day. She said, there's a little building on Main Street in Van that's for rent. Why don't you go check it out? So I came over here. And looked at it, and I thought, well, I can make this work. It was nothing like what it is now, but half of it we lived in, and the other half we turned into our little candle shop where we made the candles, and I opened up a storefront here too. Kind of fizzled out, and that was fine with me. And we were making candles over on that side, and we were living on this side. And in the meantime, we were doing a lot of construction over. Well, I rented it for the first few years, and then she offered to sell it to me, so I bought the building from her, and for pretty cheap. I think I paid like $70,000 for it, maybe 73. And I paid that off. It took me about 13 years maybe, but I paid it off. And then one day we were over here working, pouring candles. That's the side our bedroom is now. And this guy came in and said, hey, I have a building over on Kansas Street for sale. Do you want to come and look at it? I wasn't looking to buy anything else at that time, but I was like, sure, I'll come look. And he was in the rears on it, on property taxes, and he didn't want very much for it. So, I mean, I think, what did I pay for that over there? I paid it, it was basically a car payment. I paid it off in 5 years. So, and then it was just a big empty metal building. We went over there. Candleman built us tables and shelves and everything we needed to make that into our workspace over there. And we're still there to this day. I love that. We love that space. It's 1,500 square feet, and we fill every square inch of it. But it's just, I look back at how far we've come since, 1999, when I poured that first candle on my kitchen stove. At that time, I had gotten into computers. I bought a computer probably in 98 at a garage sale, and I got really fascinated with learning it. So I was able to build a little website, and I built the first website and started selling my candles on there. And I remember when the first order came in from somebody that wasn't a family member or a friend, it was actual, customer that I didn't know. That was the most exhilarating feeling I'd ever had. I was like, oh my God, somebody's bought a candle from me. And here we are, 26 years later. We have over 1,068 fragrances, millions of candle styles, millions of melts, other body products that we do, and laundry soaps and room sprays, the whole bit. Our line of products is super extensive at this point. I don't work the hours that I used to. I do other stuff computer-wise and marketing and all that kind of stuff. I don't pour as many candles as I used to. Chelsea's taken over that part of it. I still go in every day and pour some candles. Maybe not every day, but most days I go in and pour some candles. I poured candles today. But I'm just so grateful for this business, and I'm so grateful for all of you that have been here. Some of you have been here since the beginning. And some of you are new and just finding us. And we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on this ride with us. It's been incredible. It really has. And this is my legacy. Candles by Victoria is my legacy. And I know that long after I'm gone, my girls will keep going with it. It'll always be here in some way, shape, or form. They may change it. Chelsea may change it at some point to something, more, better, whatever. But I look back and I'm proud. I'm really proud of what we've done. And thank you. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you guys.